Today we are with a brand new MG3 Hybrid Plus, and in this video it's all about consumption in the city, in the crowded city. Today it's Monday, everybody go to work. It's kind of in the morning, around 9 o'clock, so it's the perfect time to test the consumption in the city. And yeah, Bucharest here, it's one of the most crowded city in the world, so will be a really realistic test. First of all, the climatic system, I hope you can see from there. I will leave it on level 1, 22 degrees. And here the consumption, I will reset it right now, and also I will drive in eco mode. The car have 3 different driving modes. I will drive in eco mode, so I reset it. Let's start. We start with the battery. Let's see how much battery we have. We have like almost 3 lines of battery, almost half battery. Let's put it in reverse and let's start driving. Also, more details about the car and technical data, you will see it in the description of this video. I will leave it in the description, so you have all the price and all the information right there. Also, I have some separate videos on my channel with the same car where I talk about the car, I talk about the driving feeling, I talk about every single information about the car. So definitely, if you want to find out more details and how is to drive it, definitely check out those videos as well, because there will be really interesting. In this video, it's just about consumption in the city. We will just drive normal and we will see with all this traffic what kind of consumption we can get. Now I want to give you some technical data in this video as well as we go in the video. So as you probably know, this MG3 Hybrid Plus come with a 1.5 liter petrol engine, TGDI, 4 cylinders inline, combined with 2 electric motors, one small like a generator and one big electric motor which can drive also the wheels. And the car is capable to drive also in electric mode, and from what I tested, it can reach also up to 90% only in electric mode in the city, so that's quite impressive. And all this system and motor engine produce a power of 194 horsepower, and it's connected to a 3-speed automatic transmission plus a 1.83 kilowatt-hour battery, which is so big for a hybrid system. 1.83 kilowatt-hour battery, it's pretty big, and from my point of view, it's one of the biggest battery in a full hybrid system, which is super useful. Right now I noticed that the petrol engine is running in this moment. Usually it's not running when you sit, but because the battery is under half, now the petrol engine try to charge the battery as well in order to give you more electric range a little bit later. Now it has stopped. Also, very important and very interesting with this Hybrid Plus from MG is the fact that it has around 5 different modes of driving. So it can drive in electric, it can drive in electric and a mixed mode and petrol. It can drive in petrol in the same time charging the battery, and then it can drive with electric motors, but the petrol engine is running and acting like a generator, sending the energy to the generator and then directly to the battery, to the motor. It's really interesting. It's really interesting the way it works. And yeah, I have the car for 4 days. I have it, and I have to tell you guys, I get used with it. I think it runs pretty smooth. I really get used with it. I love the seats, it's comfortable. Overall, I think it's a great car for the price that they sell. And the starting price of this car, it's 19,500 euro. And the car that I have with me, because it's the full option, the most expensive version, is 22,990 euro. Of course, it's not the perfect car, but for this price, it's super good from my point of view. It runs really smooth and nice. Also, it has electronic handbrake, auto hold function. It has a lot of great technology and safety feature which make your life much more easier. Now, another thing to point out is the fact that the engine was not warm when we start driving. I just started for maybe the system, and the engine was start for 1 minute, so yeah, it's just cold start. Plus the car have around 1,000 kilometers, so usually after 5,000, after 10,000 kilometers, it start to roll at a lower consumption, so we can expect probably half liter or half to 1 liter less after 5,000 kilometers. But yeah, the car starts with the disadvantage of being cold, plus disadvantage of having the battery under half. Now it's right at the half point, but yeah, I see that still the petrol engine is running right now at 1.2 thousand rotation, 1,000. Now it's stopped. Yeah, in general, until now we should have a big consumption, I think. Yes, 14.3 liters. Until now it's a big consumption because the car tried to charge that battery in order to use it in electric mode a little bit later. So right now in this moment we are driving in electric mode. So when you go along slowly, you're driving in electric mode. Basically, until now we drive more with the petrol than electric because we start with less battery, but now it start to come along a little bit better. So yeah, right now we are driving in electric mode, pure electric in this moment. And as I said, traffic is the best city to test the traffic consumption test and to make consumption test in the traffic. It's one of the best city in the world for that. I think we will make around 1 hour for only 11 kilometers or something like that. So for only 11 kilometers we will have to do 1 hour or something, which is, yeah, it's understandable. I hope the camera can hold those kind of times, and because it start to be pretty hot outside and inside, and the camera, when it's run for longer, it tend to get warm and heat and then stop. Again, here we have to stop at this traffic light, and you can see how easy it's engaged and how smooth it's engaged auto hold function, which is so convenient. Now, of course, we are in electric mode. It's silent. The car use the energy only for the climatic system, which it's on 22 degrees. Actually, you know what? Actually, let's go on low, all the way low, not 22 degrees. Low, level 1. Let me leave it like that, like in other tests. I think it's much more realistic like that. And I was surprised, to be honest, on how good this car it is. I didn't expect to be that good. I was, first time I saw the car, and I was find it pretty, let's say, classic, simple, and I was like, okay, it's a nice car. It's a hybrid. MG come with a hybrid. These days come a lot of hybrid systems on the market, and more and more manufacturers bring full hybrids on the market, and I think those are the future for the next 5 years. And I was thinking, okay, probably it's fine, but after I see it, after I drive it, after I read about it, and I understand how it works, and I test it, I was like, wow, this is super surprised. I was super surprised. It has such a big battery. I mean, 1.83 kilowatt hour battery. It's super big for a hybrid system, for a full hybrid system, and that allow you to drive much more in electric mode. That allow you to lower the emission. You can see that right now it's stopped. and also allow you to recuperate more energy when you brake, when you're going downhill. So this is really convenient. Right now we are only in electric mode, and if you're living in a country where you don't have to use the climatic system or the heater, then you will get even better consumption. Anyway, climatic system tend to consume more energy than the heater, so if you use the heat a little bit, that's not a big problem. Now again, here we are only driving in electric mode, and it's pretty smooth, it's pretty pleasant, and also the seats are great. I like very much the steering wheel, the quality is great. You have pretty good quality also here where your arm is resting, also the armrest, the buttons in the center, everything, it's very well positioned. You can also activate the autopilot from here, just like that. You can set the speed from here, you can see there on the left side of the screen, and once you set those, the car will drive, will keep the speed, will accelerate, will brake, will stay between the lanes. So it's a great system, surprisingly, for this price range. To have it on the car, it's pretty surprisingly. Now I think, yeah, the camera is pretty fine there. I hope you can see it also there. Also, what I want to do is just close the screen, because otherwise we'll use too much energy and probably the camera will stop. So yeah, I think this is fine like that. Now again, we are in electric mode, pretty silent. Even the mirror up here, guys, it feels such a good quality when you play and adjust it. It feels much more premium than other much more expensive cars. And also this 3-speed automatic transmission seems to work pretty smooth. And even the engine is pretty silent, the petrol engine, and that's really good as well. Yeah, let's see the consumption. We have until now 11.9, so it's going down, the consumption. Yeah, as I expected, 2.4 kilometers. And we have like half battery right now, right? Exactly half battery. Exactly half battery. Man, look how smooth it's run. I like it. It's really smooth. It's perfect for the city. This car is so good for the city. It's incredible good for the city. It's light, it's easy to drive. You have very good visibility around the windows. You have also 3 levels of regenerative brake, which is amazing for a full hybrid. From here, from this star, I shortcut it, so I can choose between 1, 2, 3. This is 3 right now. When I release the acceleration, the car will regenerate more, and it's pretty strong. And if I switch to 1, then will be like almost rolling. And 2, I find it a perfect smooth. If you want the car to be as smooth as possible, also when you brake and so on, leave it on level 2. If you're driving in a city where you have a lot of stops, hard stops and starts like I have today, you know, like it's unpredictable, the driving around here, it's like that. I will definitely drive with level 3 when it's traffic like that, and start and go, because level 3 give you more regenerative brake in a faster shorter distance. So yeah, so you can recuperate some energy back. We are still driving an electric right now, still driving silent and clean, and in the city, man, in the future those full hybrids will be a huge help. I read yesterday some information about the hybrid system and how much they are able to lower the emission in the city, for example. And a full hybrid car, if every single car in a city would be full hybrid, then the emission will be with around 30% less. So it's just incredible. I mean, 30%, it's a lot. Imagine to have 30% better air and 30%, or yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think will be just impressive. Plus, because the engine is not running all the time, then the temperature will go lower as well. So in some countries where it's very hot, and if the engines are not running all the time, because imagine you have like, here we have like, I don't know, 50, 100 cars probably from here until the end of the street, maybe even more than 100 car. Imagine all those cars, they start heating up, the engines are warm and they produce heat. And imagine all those cars driving like I drive right now in electric mode. You see it? Now it starts. But yeah, most of the time driving in electric mode, imagine how this heat, it's much more reduced. So you will have probably 30% less heat produced by the cars, of course. But it's still a big benefit for the environment, for the health of the people that are living around those areas. So yeah, it's a great step forward, you know, because not everybody is ready to switch to electric cars, and not everybody wanna switch to electric cars. And if you still need range and you want to have benefit from the both worlds, I think full hybrid are the way to go. Plus, this MG3 Hybrid Plus allow you to drive up to 760 kilometers. So it has a range, total range of almost 800 kilometers, which is very good. It's crowded. I told you guys it's crowded city here. You can see a lot of cars left and right. We didn't have 2 lanes around here. It's parked cars like everywhere. So it's really interesting. But it's good. I told you it's a great test. Now here we have like 10.9 liters consumption. It's going higher. Man, but imagine if I would drive this road with another combustion engine car. Imagine the consumption then on this same trip. Imagine how big would be that consumption, man. But I like how smooth it's run, the car, man. I really like the car, and I really think it has a super good price. I think this car will fit for myself as well very good, because the way I drive and the space that I need in the car, it's perfect. Also the center console is very smart made. You have also super much space here in the car, pretty good quality and comfort. I like it. It's not bad at all. It comes also with this 360 degrees camera, which I put it here, so which you can see what happened around the car. You can see the cameras left and right. It's so nice car. And yeah, you have also the autopilot function. And I like the fact that you can go so easy around those tight areas where you really need a tight, agile car. You can go around super easy. The steering, it's soft. The suspensions are pretty good as well. I have to go on the right side. This is the thing. We have to go on the right side, so we cannot pass this bus. A lot of workings also in the city here. They try to change the tram railways. They were broken, and yeah, I think here a few months from now will be like a mess, but it looks good. It doesn't look bad at all when it comes to the way it will look in the future. And look, now again we are in electric mode, pretty smooth and nice. Now consumption 10.4, it goes down a little bit. So we need a little bit of flow in order to lower the consumption, otherwise we'll stay like that. So when we'll have a little bit of flow, then will be better. But we have huge, I mean, until now it was huge traffic. It's maximum possible. A lot of stops and go, and this is something really bad for the, this is the worst as it gets. And yeah, it's fine, we will still stay here. I like that you have this linear driving feeling. Now here we get a little bit better. So we have like 300 meters without. Let's see, just release the acceleration pedal, and the car recuperates energy back into the battery. So smooth, it's engaging the auto hold. So smooth. I think the MG it will be a really good competitor for the other car manufacturers. I feel like MG really grow more and more, like every car they take out, and I see this MG3, it's much better than before. Plus we have the new HS, which I'm super curious to see it and to test it. I hope I can test it soon, which again I think it's a great update, and in the future I'm pretty sure that they will grow a lot, and they came in so many countries. They sell in most of the countries in Europe, most which is a big step. They open up also some new markets which was not sold before. Now the transmission, it's so good, and you don't hear that engine revs like you hear it on a CVT. Suspensions are also pretty fine. Let's go on the left here. Staying behind. Now we can drive a little bit faster. Go around here. Where is it? It's behind me or not? But it runs so smooth, It's running super smooth. I didn't expect that, man. I didn't expect that. You definitely have to go and test this car. It's fitting so good for the city. It's fantastic. It's fantastic for the city. And you can also park it very easy because it's small, agile, steering wheel, it's soft. And also I noticed that on the highway at high speed, you can see the test drive video I already tested is doing such a good job. Anyway, I have a few other videos on my channel, guys. I have the full review, I have the test drives, I have the night drive. Definitely check it out if you want to find out more details. And also I have a test where I drive on the highway and also in the city, so a mix, and there you can see what was the consumption. Plus, if you are in Bucharest, if you are in Romania, if you are around here, if you want to see the car, test drive the car, buy the car, check out Rodocin mg.ro. I will leave the link in the description, of course, will be also on the screen. So definitely check them out because they are really nice. So they will help you with everything. Plus they have all the new MG cars there. Let's see the consumption until now. So we have 8.7 liters, guys. I don't know if you can see it right here. The consumption is going down for the last 6.2 kilometers. In general, the accumulated consumption is 5.7 liters for the last 789 kilometers. It's pretty good, pretty good. And imagine like this road that we take it today right now with a normal combustion engine car. Imagine what will be the consumption with a pure petrol engine. And also, of course, this one is running much more smoother because right now we are driving in electric mode. And again, we still have half battery. Right now, if I look at the battery, we have more than half. There's one line more than half battery. And the climatic system, it's still running on level 1. Outside it's 30 degrees, and impressively inside it's the perfect temperature, so no sweating. It's just perfect the way it is, so it doesn't struggling too much, which is fantastic. Navigation, it's also pretty fine, so I wouldn't complain about it. It works so fast. It's cool. Here we have the button for electronic handbrake, auto hold function, and from here you change different driving modes. Here you put it in park, change the gears just like that, just rotate it like that. Temperature, it's pretty fine, almost half right now. So it was a kind of a cold start, so the engine wasn't warm at all when I start the car. Of course outside it's pretty warm, but the engine needs a little bit of time to use less energy. But in general, still in electric right now, 8.5 liters. It's not bad. Good. If I manage in this kind of traffic to get a consumption under 6 liters, then will be amazing. Usually in this kind of traffic, you can go with the consumption at around 9-10 liters with a normal combustion engine car on the same road that we take right now. And again, all this area here, all this part, we have driving only in electric mode. Now definitely I think we will see a lot of those kind of MG3 Hybrid Plus on the streets. And to be honest, I heard that they will bring on the market a new pure petrol engine that will be much more affordable, much more cheaper, but I don't find, I think if I would buy this MG3, I definitely go with this Hybrid Plus version. I think that make a lot of sense these days in 2024, and I think it's a complete car, and yeah, it's impressive. And I also drive the last days a lot, and I noticed that I still have 173 kilometers and I start with 250 or something like that, which is again, pretty impressive. Of course, yeah. Let's see now. Again, start in electric mode. Comes with blind spot technology, all kind of safety features. Also, this MG3 score 4 stars at the Euro Cup. It's more than enough for 2024. Again, now the petrol engine is kicking. I will have to pass this. I like the fact that it's so light. It's so easy to pass the other cars. It's so easy to drive it. It's agile. It feels super light, and I like that. Also, 194 horsepower is more than enough to go around and to pass other cars and to accelerate, and it has plenty of power. And look how good it stays on the road. I think it's a good setup of the suspension as well, so they are set up somewhere between comfort and sportiness, because you know this car have to go also on the highway, and then you need the suspension to be a little bit stiffer, but also in the city they are quite fine. Now the petrol engine was running all the time on that bridge, and now it's recuperating the energy back into the battery a little bit, so that can use it a little bit later. And I think it's also a pretty good combination, a 1.5 liter 4 cylinders with a huge electric motor. I think it's a fantastic combination, which I think should last longer. Anyway, you have a 7-year warranty or 150,000 kilometers on the car, which should be more than enough for. See, now the car is regenerating the energy. Now I have to press the brake in the end because it's not as powerful as on an electric car, but it's pretty good. Now we go on the electric mode. We have 8 liter consumption, so the consumption is going down, and we have plenty of battery. Wow, it's just two lines that's missing from the battery, which mean that from now on, probably in the city, we will drive in electric mode. So up to 80-90 km/h the car will drive mostly in electric mode, as long as it has energy. But over 90 km/h you should expect that the petrol engine to run almost all the time. Again, here start the traffic, so it's normal. But the good part is now what we win there on the bridge with the energy in the battery, we will use it right now. So right now we will use that battery, that energy that we have recuperate on the bridge, which is extremely useful in a full hybrid, and which will never happen with a normal combustion engine car. You will have to use right now the petrol engine. But you saw from the point when we made right until here, we had drive only in electric mode. So now we're still driving in electric mode because we still have a lot of energy to be used right now. So in order to understand this system, you have to drive it for a while, for a few days, a little bit more, in order to understand it completely. So yeah, I like it. I like the fact that you have a bigger battery. That's so helpful. And I think this is kind of the trend, And I think this will be the trend in the next years. I think in the next years we will see bigger batteries in a full hybrid systems, which will allow you to somehow drive a little bit more in electric mode. And probably one of these trend will kind of move in the direction where we saw when we will see less smaller combustion engines. Of course we see it already, but smaller combustion engines and bigger electric motors and bigger batteries. So the petrol engines or diesel engines will act like generator, you know, like Mazda use, like Nissan use also, and some other cars that are on the market which use the petrol engine like a generator, and they drive on electric. And this should be the future, because you drive much more smoother. The driving is much more smoother, much more easier, much more lighter when you're driving in electric mode. And the petrol engine can act like a generator, can keep the same RPMs, so it didn't have to jump all the time. So that means will last longer, and will have a predictability in the time and reliability much better, because it will not depend on how hard you press the acceleration and how aggressive you drive to kill the engine. Will depend only on the changing oils in time and make the maintenance and so on. But still, we still have more than half battery, and we had the drive in electric mode from that corner you saw before until here. So the consumption should be better, 6.9 liter consumption. Wow, it's good, man. It's good for the city. It's really good for petrol. This combination, it's I knew it. If I get under 6, then it's perfect for me. I think it's perfect. And now we are still not driving with the petrol engine on, which is again crazy impressive. Yeah, I will definitely go and test drive the car if I would be on the market for a car to drive in the city most of the time. And not only, I mean, 194 horsepower, it's super enough. And I drive it yesterday on the highway, 130 km/h, and the car has such a good stability, so I like it. Again, now starting in electric mode, it's feeling like you're having it in the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, if yeah, something like that. We drive only in electric mode, and we are still driving in electric mode. I think I have to go on the right side, maybe at the next intersection. Maybe now after this truck I need to go on the middle, because the left lane will go left. So yeah, just like that. I guess here we are a little bit lucky, because we didn't get until now any red, but we are still driving in electric. Wow, it's crazy, man. I mean, in the last, I think 2 kilometers or even more, we drive only in electric mode. The last 7-8 minutes is just like that. Wow, that means we have that's what I mean when I told you it's a big battery. I don't think many full hybrid systems will allow you to drive so much in electric mode so long. So I got some question from you on some of my videos. I don't remember which one, but I have some question like, what do you mean by the car is able to drive 80% of the time or 80% of the distance in electric mode? And the answer is 80% of the time, because distance it's kind of not possible to say 80% of the distance, because it depends on many factors, but time you can measure, because sometimes you stay like that or you drive very slowly, so that wouldn't make sense to calculate that in the distance. So you see, right now we are still in electric mode, but now we have half battery, exactly half battery. What I saw and I noticed is that the car is trying to keep the battery somewhere in the middle most of the time, in order to prolong the life of the battery, so it's much better for the battery to last longer, to stay in the middle. And the cool part is that now the petrol engine is starting, and what I notice is that when the battery tend to go under half, the petrol engine is starting to keep it at half or more than half, even if you are in eco mode. So that's something to remember. How much is the consumption now? Let's see, we have 6.4 liters. Super crowded city. You saw the drive, you were with me until now, right? So I'm really curious to hear from you guys. Write me in the comment, what do you think? You think it's a good consumption until now, 6.4, or do you think it can do better? And we're still driving with climatic system on level 1 all the way low. So yeah, this is it. And yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm really curious to hear your feedbacks, but from my point of view it's pretty impressive. And again, we are still right now in electric, and the petrol engine is completely stopped in this moment, so we stay in silent and no emission in comparison with other cars around, which I hear the engines. Hear it. You can hear the engines around the car. Anyway, I think we still have 1 kilometer to go. 1 kilometer to go, and yeah, 6.4 liter consumption with a little bit of disadvantage. So we should get around 6 liters, and after 5,000 kilometers you can go under 6 liters without any problem. So yeah, from my point of view it's super good, man. Again, now the petrol engine is kicking as well to help the battery, but it's running at pretty low, and I like the fact that you don't hear that and you don't feel that transition between electric and petrol. And I like also that when you need the power, you have it. Even in eco mode it feels pretty powerful, the car. So nice, the transition, it's so nice. It made the transition so good between electric and petrol engine. The recuperation is not as smooth, but the transition between electric motor and petrol engine is extremely smooth. The transition between physical brake and regenerative brake, sometimes it feels a little bit, but the other transition is pretty good, which is amazing. Level 2 now. Level 2 it feels much more smoother when it comes to recuperation and physical brakes. So yeah, we will use it also on level 2 right now. But in general it tends to be pretty good. We are still in electric mode. and we have over half battery. I don't understand why those cars are staying here. I really don't understand. Because of this working, or these cars around here. I understand now. Now we are still driving in electric mode. We should go on the right side. We still have, I think, I don't know, 501 kilometer to go, or something like that, or maybe less. Now the petrol engine is kicking again. We have like 200 meters or something like that, and we are almost here. What is the consumption until now? 6.3. Wow, it goes down. I think if we drive more, the consumption will go lower, because the engine start to get warm, because it start to get a little bit of energy in the battery, because we start with less energy, less than half. Then the engine struggled a little bit in the beginning to charge the battery, but I think it comes along. The more I drive, the lower it gets the consumption, which is super impressive. I like that. It's super impressive. Now still driving in electric mode. Go around here, and we are still driving in electric mode, but we have to reach the parking lot here. How much consumption? 6.3. Okay, around here, 6.3, 6.2. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for the way we drive. Why did you stop here, man? How can you stop in the middle of the nowhere? 6.3 liter. This is it has to switch the cars, so they go fast. Anyway, man, it's impressive. It's impressive. Imagine after 5,000 kilometer we should have half liter less, and the engine was not warm, and we start with less battery than expected. So yeah, definitely if you're in Bucharest, around Bucharest, check out MG motors. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen, so definitely check them out. They have all the new models around here, so yeah, don't hesitate to come and visit them. Anyway, I think I will park around here somewhere in the back. And then we will see the consumption. Probably yes, maybe more in the back, maybe around here. Yeah, let's park it here in the back for a while, and let's see the consumption. Good, 6.2. What? Come down from here, and I want to show you, just like that. Wait a second. Good. Now guys, this is it. Look at this. 6.3, 13 kilometers, 13.7 kilometers. From my point of view, I think it's an amazing consumption for the way we drive in the city, super crowded city. If I had a normal combustion engine car, for sure the consumption will be around 9 liters or something like that. And I know this car can do even better, because I saw the fact that we start with a cool engine, and also we start with less than half battery. So yeah, after 5,000 kilometers anyway, the consumption it start to go a little bit lower. That was the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want to see the car, definitely check out the link in the description. If you're in Bucharest, check out the Rădăcini group. They are super nice, they will help you with everything. And yeah, from my point of view, definitely worth check out this MG3 Hybrid Plus, because it's a really good car with a good price. That was the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching to all of you. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.
Stop the hating, no debating, here's the truth I say.